There's two things I would like to say before we kick off the show today. We have the Spill Shack Evening Morning Web Radio Show special featuring music, guests, and good vibes that will be happening on Wednesday, May 13th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time to 12 a.m. Central Standard Time. And then we also have the Train Show, which will be on Friday, May 15th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Both of these web radio shows will be on mixler.com/hunts. The link will be in the description below. Today's episode is a great episode. Probably one of the best. Today's intro music is by BRNN. Take it away.
Detailed section it says like where you used it.
I see.
Yeah.
Because like I tried using I used my card like once when I was in Iowa, and
You went to Iowa?
I went to Iowa, well, because my grandparents used to live there, and I used my card like once at like a hot dog shop, and they were just like
Really, they almost shut it down for a purchase in Iowa.
Yeah.
That's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It's like, do I have to like contact them
Because I'm
every time
going to Iowa.
Like, every time I go like one state over, do I have to like contact my bank about that, warn them that I'm going to be purchasing things in Iowa?
I guess so. I guess that's the world we live in.
Do you know what we also live in?
Goddamn security culture.
Guess what world we live in now?
Where are we living right now?
A world full of spill.
Wow, yeah.
And shacks.
A spill zone?
No, not a spill zone. You're close. You're getting there.
Okay.
Some may call it a spill shack.
Oh.
Welcome to episode
Weird.
3 of Spill Shack. We have a very exciting show for you this evening, or whatever time you're trying to listen to it. Like, what time do you think most people listen to Spill Shack?
Midnight to 4 a.m.
Midnight to 4 a.m.? How about you,
Yeah.
Sam?
3 p.m. on a Wednesday.
3 p.m. on a Wednesday. That's my favorite time. Anyways. Well, first of all, we're going to ban the word anyways from this episode. I say it way too many fucking times. So, I noticed that last week. So, yeah. Do you have any thoughts on that, Sam and Shane?
I'm just
Not
worried.
really.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
Well,
just worried what words you're going to use instead.
okay, well, speaking of Shane, he's our guest on this episode. Not our main guest, but he's one of the guests. He's one of the co-hosts, I should say, of this episode.
I'm just one of the new correspondents, I guess.
Yeah, you're a correspondent for some topic. You don't know what that topic's going to be yet, but...
Yeah, this whole thing has been set up to be a big surprise. I'm very excited.
There's going to be many twists and turns.
Yeah,
It's going to be like an M. Night Shyamalan movie, but hopefully better.
At 8:30, from what I've heard, we're supposed to have Tom Stirbur on, who's the tech advisor for something. I don't remember really, but he's gonna be our senior tech correspondent for the show today. Really excited to hear what he has to say. We have some, very hard questions to ask him. Would you say?
I've never met
Sam?
this guy before. Where the hell did you find him?
I knew a guy who knew a guy. Let's just say that.
Right.
Found him in one of the spill shacks.
Yeah, I found him in one of the spill shacks.
Yeah.
My dad works at Techland. I don't know.
That works at Nintendo.
Yeah. He told me if I told anyone, they would have had to kill me, which I think that's a joke, I hope. We'll find out next week if there's a show. So
This will be the time where we take another hiatus.
to replace Zach, who's a corpse.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, do you have anything to talk about, Sam, until we wait for this guy?
Yeah, I gotta talk about something. So, in the latest news of the coronavirus disaster, my mom came in and she told me about this thing that they're doing. We're having a planned, like, you talked about this yesterday. We were having like a planned like meat shortage or something at some point. So she came down and she was saying like pork farmers are doing this thing because they're doing exactly what you said. Like they're not slaughtering pigs anymore because the processing plants aren't open.
Yeah.
What they're doing is that they're just sending them to Winona, and
Oh,
I
hold
guess
on. Hold on. I'm getting a call. I don't think this is Tom. Hold on. Hello? Oh, Timmy fell down the well again? The old abandoned well? This is like the 5th time last month. Okay, I'm coming. You want me to pour concrete down it to teach him a lesson? All right, I will. I'll be right back. So I think this should take 30 minutes. I might miss a part of that interview. Can you just post the show and maybe do the interview when he comes in?
Yeah, I can figure this out.
All right. He should be on in 10 to 15 minutes, I think. So you're man of the show now.
I keep up shitty conversations all the time. I can do this.
Yeah, all right. You're a natural, from what I heard.
Yep, that's me. Natural at conversation.
All right. I'll be. I don't know. I should be here. It will suck if I miss the interview, but.
All right.
Yeah, you got this though. You got his number.
All right. Yeah, I think so.
All right. Cool. I'll just text him it just in case if I'm not there. All right.
All right.
Okay. I'll be back probably.
All right. Talk to you later. So yeah, they take all these pigs that they can't slaughter anymore, and they send them out to Winona. And I guess they just like put them in these fucking wood chippers, like they do in the movie Fargo, and just mix them with wood, so they're just like this pig pulp mess. And then I guess they use it as fertilizer. It's really screwed up.
That's pretty messed up. So it's like you said a planned meat shortage?
Well, it's not planned. The thing is that since the packing plants and the rendering plants are closed, there's going to be a huge meat shortage.
Oh, okay.
Like I think Hy-Vee is already like starting to limit the number of meat products that people can buy.
Interesting.
Yeah, but now like they can't slaughter these pigs, and they're getting too big for them to slaughter, so they're just like grinding them.
That's really gross.
Imagine being the person who has to like just I don't know, pulpify a pig.
Also, it's like, hey, we can't eat these pigs anymore. What are we gonna do with them? Are we just gonna like set them free, let them live their lives? It's like, nah, let's put them in the wood chipper. It's a better option.
It's so weird. I think partially what they're trying to do is try to avoid like the wild hog thing that's happening in Florida.
Oh yeah.
But
feral hogs are taking everything over.
Yeah, it's actually a problem. I know you can actually hunt them for like a bounty, but I guess now it's just, hey, welcome to Winona for all your pig disintegrating needs.
It's the hot spot for it these days. That's one thing.
Have you ever been to Winona?
I have not. I've heard so much about it.
You have?
No, but I know a lot of people who go to school there, and that's pretty much it.
I see.
There's a college there, and there's like a cliff. I think they have a lake. That's about my Winona. And they grind pigs.
And they grind pigs.
Yeah.
I'm the way it was told to me, it almost sounded like they already had the technology and like and all the infrastructure ready to start this mass grinding of pigs. I don't know why.
Yeah, it wasn't like yeah, we need to grind pigs now. That'll take about a month to set everything up. It was like, now we got it. Come on.
Yeah,
bring them in.
We're all ready to grind some pigs.
We've been doing this for years.
Now we can do it openly.
Winona's the hipsters of pig grinding.
So how's finals going for you?
Pretty good. They ended yesterday.
Really? Already?
Yeah, last night. It's all over for me. It didn't feel good. Online school doesn't feel good.
It doesn't. It really
No,
sucks.
because normally you finish and then you walk out of the classroom and you're like, oh, I'm a new man. And then you move out and everything feels finalized. And now it's just like
Right.
it's hard for, like, I'm already home and it's hard for me to believe that I don't have more to do.
Right.
That's-
I frequently when I don't if even if when I don't have school, I frequently wake up with a cold sweat, um like stressing over stuff I don't have to do
yeah.
anymore. And that's not even a joke. That's just something that happens to me now.
Today was my first day of summer technically, and I just sat around the house and I can't tell you how many times I checked my GCal, just like, any assignments due?
Yikes. I well, that's the thing too is that like most of my classes are done. I have a paper that I have to get in by midnight tonight, and I actually need to work on that at 11. I forgot to tell Zach that, but and then I have like some report to do for some bullshit class that's pass fail anyway, so
Hmm.
I could honestly just not do it and still pass the class, and it would have no effect on my grade overall, but I'm still going to do it anyway.
Yeah. That's how I had a paper last night like that. Could have just gotten a fat 0 and still passed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because also that grades that class is pass fail, so it doesn't so it
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah, yeah.
really matter anyway. But um, yeah, I know what you mean. Like uh, usually when like the end of the year is coming up, you're kind of getting excited.
Hmm.
But for me at least, it just kind of happened,
Yep.
and I didn't even really notice.
Just came and went right away.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
that's the real problem. No, that I'm gonna stop right there. It's about to say something kind of bad.
I mean, if it's something that's too bad to be on a podcast, Zach will rip it out.
It's not too bad to be on a podcast. It's not like anything terrible. It's just like, what I was gonna say is that's the worst thing about coronavirus is it just sucks the joy out of everything. But no, the worst thing about it is that people are dying. So
Yeah, it's probably. I think the tier list goes that it goes people are dying, people are losing their jobs, and then there's no fun.
yeah, I can't have fun anymore.
I can't. I that's the thought process of the people that are like
Oh
protesting.
yeah, the people that hold signs like I want a haircut.
Yeah,
God
it's just
damn.
like, I can't go to famous Dave's.
I want to go to Dave and Buster's so bad. I got some D&B points.
But I have 9 things out of my punch card, and then if I get the 10 one off, I get a free smoothie. It's kind of it's ridiculous. I guess they're doing a bunch of protests in Rochester, where
Really?
they did a roadblock in front of the Mayo, which is
Yeah. The people are road blocking hospitals.
yeah.
Oh my god.
If if you're listening, if you're one of the 4 people that listen and you roadblock a hospital, die. I don't know. Like
Yeah. You can. I don't agree with your cause at all, but you are allowed to protest technically.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
doing it in front of the governor's mansion or like the Capitol building or whatever, sure, fine. In front of a hospital though, come on,
yeah.
man.
Like I don't even know what you would do in that situation if you were like driving someone who was like in like critical fucking condition, like
Yeah,
in an ambulance, and then you saw some guy with a double wide trailer with a flag with a big American flag on it and a bumper sticker that says "Come and get it, liberals" with a gun on it. It's like
ooh,
Yeah, what are you doing in that situation?
See, that's the thing, because there's the protesters are like indirectly like killing people in a way by exposing more
Right.
people to coronavirus, but like if you're roadblocking hospitals, you're just like physically murdering people.
At some point, it's like if the protesters were another country and then came in here doing that, that would be it would be going against the Geneva Convention.
Oh yeah, there'd be outrage by the same people that are currently protesting.
Oh yeah, 100%. But because they're doing it, it's fine.
Yeah. And also I love seeing some of them hold signs that say stuff like "My body, my choice." Oh, that really gets my goat, man. The absolute hypocrisy.
I've never heard of that.
I don't. I've seen it, but at the same time, it's this protest doesn't really align with abortion beliefs, I suppose.
No, not at all. But like the just the thought that someone out there is holding that sign completely unaware of the irony,
Mm-hmm.
like
The potential irony,
yeah, the fact that they probably also like
statistically speaking,
yeah, probably go to pro-life rallies.
mm-hmm.
The irony is completely lost on them, and that's hilarious. They're I watched a video of this guy. I don't know if I forgot the guy's name. It's like Ron something. Or he goes to a bunch of how would I describe this? Like conventions and gatherings of people that are kind of strange.
Okay.
He's the one who looks behind the veil of insanity to look at what people do over there. You know, he went to like he documented a flat Earth convention and shit like
Oh,
that.
okay.
So recently he like got a into like one of those protests against the shutdown, and there was one guy there, and it might have been the grossest thing I've ever heard. He said he never like I have never washed my hands since I was like 6 years old or something
Oh,
like that.
what?
He's like, yeah, and
What a flex.
to say that you haven't. Oh,
Hey,
who's that?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, it's oh, and here's our second guest speaker. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hold on. Just give me a second. I have to figure out this phone device thing. Okay?
All right.
Just hold
So
on for a bit.
you're the tech correspondent, right?
All right. I'm here. You can hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
This is Sam, right? I was supposed to talk with Zach, but he's busy drowning a boy in cement.
Is he do okay? Yeah. Yeah, you're talking. Yeah, this is Sam. I'm hosting as of
And the
right
other
now.
boy is Hank. Hank, is that his name?
No, my name is Shane.
Oh, hi, Shang.
Hi.
I'm Tom.
Nice to meet you, Tom.
Yeah, I'm happy to be on the Spill Lodge, right? That's what it's called.
Spill Shack.
Spill Shack, favorite show I ever listened to. I listened to all 100 episodes.
They're 3.
Well, okay, let's just start this fucking
Thanks
thing,
for being
all
a
right?
fan.
All right.
All right. So just so I guess just to start out, we should just ask you like just talk about yourself. What do you do for a living?
Yeah. I used to work at IBM and a little bit at the
Oh
CIA
yeah.
back in the 60s and 70s and a teeny bit at the 80s. What I did there is what my son, who plays the Fortnite, like to call own some people. Help make. Um, it was a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could say I pwn some news and developing countries that are civilians.
That's pretty.
Yeah,
That sounds pretty cool.
yeah, maybe cut that part out. I don't think my ex bosses would like that.
All right. Well, cool. All right. So I guess we first wanted to come on have you come on here to ask you a few questions about kind of recent events that are happening.
Shoot, yeah,
Deal.
I know all the recent events. I watch the news. You know,
Yeah.
I read all the news.
Yeah.
I'm like a news expert. Actually, you should have you should have caught me on here as a news correspondent more than a tech correspondent.
Well,
The only thing that I know more than tech is news.
all right. Well, we'll keep that in mind for next time. But for now, we have so you know you've been I'm sure just like since you've been so in tune with news, you've heard of the whole 5G thing, right?
Oh yeah, the 5G. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, some people. Yeah, it's a little weird from what I've heard.
What do you mean by weird?
Well, can you tell me what the question you're gonna ask? Because I assume I know what you're gonna ask, since this is how these Zoo Crew morning shows go.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, so just how do you feel about 5G and just kind of in general? First of all,
Uh,
let's start off with that.
yeah. So 5G, it's not a biggie. Some people think it gives you the thing used to be giving you cancer. I think that's what all the conspiracy theorists believed back then, before
Right.
this whole COVID-19 thing happened.
Yep.
Uh, but no, you don't have to worry about that. Doesn't even give you COVID-19. The one thing we do need to be concerned about though is the future G's. Um,
Yeah.
the future, because 5G is fine. It doesn't give you any effects besides giving you better hand-eye coordination, and you're a little bit more awake when you on your morning drive to work.
Mm,
Like a
uh-huh.
little bit more relate. Yeah, it's great. I know a guy who's been telling me these things.
All
Um,
right.
his name is Vag Destroyer 101. That's his username in the chats we talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a really good friend. He gives me a bunch of reliable information. Since I'm a little checked out, since I've been out of the tech world for a couple years, couple decades, if you come to think of it.
Wait. I'm
Uh,
sorry. Sorry, go ahead, Shane.
Yeah, you just said you were checked out. I thought you were like really up on the news though.
well, no, I meant I'm not part of the tech industry or business anymore.
Oh, okay.
Why
Yeah,
are you the
I'm a little behind. I'm like ahead of most people, because I was a professional at tech. I don't know a single guy who knows tech better than me, besides I don't know, my son probably, because he's really good at the Fortnites. Uh, but yeah, about the 5G thing. So we don't have to be concerned about 5G. If anything, we should embrace it.
Yeah.
But 6G, there's nothing to worry about 6G either. Really, it just makes you a lot smarter, which will make everyone equally smarter, which is a good thing. And 7G, we need to worry about a little bit because it gives
Yeah.
people immortality, and we don't really want immortality.
Is that
Because
right?
Well, keep in mind I work at the CIA. I used to, at least. Uh,
Right.
and overpopulation is not a thing we really like.
Yeah. I'm just wondering how that would be achieved. Like
For
how does
5G,
well how 7G would achieve immortality?
well, 7G, it will pump. So with the 7G waves, because you have your 5G waves, all those towers, right?
Right.
If we get to 7G, it's supposed to be not peak G, but it's close to peak G.
All right.
Its radiation will make your blood cells immortal, and also gives you the opportunity to regenerate.
Yeah.
Let's just say I cut my arm off because I was gaming too hard with my son.
Mhm.
It will just come back.
Yeah. I mean, as the local titular gaming correspondent of Spill Shack, I we'll
I've
have to
heard some
stay.
good things about you.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, no, I will say that that's a general concern within the gaming community.
Yeah, like I seen people break their arms playing StarCraft a little too hard.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen some people die from a StarCraft overdose, which was, they got owned by the game, but you don't want to do that.
All right. Yeah. No, you don't want
Uh,
that happening.
Yeah, but 7G, that's a little bit to worry about, and there's also like it causes severe headaches for some. Oh, sorry, I lost you there for a moment.
No, that's okay.
I dropped my cellular device.
Is it all
Anyways,
right?
yeah, I think it's fine. Just a few notches on the noggin.
Yeah.
Some guy was running by me with a bag of cement. I think that might have been Zach. Very
Oh
rude.
yeah.
He pushed me.
Oh, that's pretty mean of him.
Yeah. When he gets back, I have some choice words to say to him.
Okay.
Anyways, where was I? 8G, right?
8G. Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
8G. So the thing about 8G is that's when things start getting a little bad.
All
Like,
right.
quite bad. Causes severe headaches to the point they're mind-crushing headaches, which we don't like mind-crushing headaches.
No.
Causes some people's head to cave in, and those are the smartest people that get affected by that.
Shit.
And yeah, we don't want our Elon Musks and Bill Gates to die, because they're our saviors. Is that right?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
That was just me coughing. So yeah, 8G is pretty bad. 9G, that's when the zombie shit starts coming. Have any of you read Stephen King's Cell?
Have you, Machine? I haven't.
I have not.
No.
Great book. It's about like how cell phones turn people into zombies. I personally related to it quite well. Yeah, that's when the zombification shit starts. But it's not cool. Anyone that uses a cell phone that's 9G turns into a zombie, and then it also rises people from the dead with 9G. Which that's not really cool either, if you ask me. Because you don't want to see your old grandma coming back from the grave, because that means she wants her inheritance money back, and you already spent all.
Yeah, I can relate.
Yeah, like how would you feel? I might ask Shane here since he's been a little bit silent.
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel if a dead relative of yours comes from the grave after they give you inheritance money in their will and says, "Hey, buddy," in a zombie groan, "I want my moolah back"?
I would feel terrible because I've probably already spent the moolah.
Oh yeah, but also it's kind of selfish because like he's like, "Dude, you can't give this to me and like take it back,"
I mean, yeah, I guess.
So yeah, and then 10G. That's you've played the Dooms. Have you played all the Dooms? My son's a gamer. He likes all the Dooms, and my grandson. Yeah, we just bring Hell open. Yeah, that's a little CIA secret. Hell does exist. And it's pretty chill. But if it opens up, they're not gonna be happy about that, and they will wage war on us.
That's yeah. So how much of the what do they call it? The how are we already dealing with Argent Energy? Are we mining that yet?
No, that's planned for 21,000, I think, mid 21,000, I believe. So 2150. Hopefully they gave me the immortality pill for that, so I could advise them on that venture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I know about the G's at the moment. I don't have any information about 11G or 12G yet. I should probably ask my friend Cum Guzzler about that. He's a great hacker friend of mine. He gives me all the infos on the tech stuff.
Oh yeah.
The G stuff. Yeah. I'd like to shout out Bad Destroyer, Angel Fire, Cum Guzzler, and Netscape for my G talk.
I'm sorry. What was that last one?
Netscape.
Netscape. Okay.
Yeah. Great hacker friend.
All right.
He was pretty big in the 90s. I don't know if you know about that.
Yeah. So I actually have some question, a question kind of related to hacking and that kind of thing.
Lay it on me.
Um,
I'm the
yeah.
tech
So
advisor. I'm the hack master as well. That's like my third most known thing.
right. Yep. So I have some trouble with navigating the dark web.
Uh-huh.
That's just kind of a personal problem of mine. Um, do you know what I can do to help my navigation routine?
Well, that's a very good question. So, I've navigated the dark web quite a bit. So here's how you do. So you go onto your Google Chrome browser, right? You
Yep.
see that spooky mask figure on the corner?
Uh, yep.
They call it incognito mode, but that's like code for dark web, right?
Yep.
So you click on that, and it makes your internet look dark, Like the
Okay.
top is dark, the bottom is dark, and boom, you're
Yeah.
browsing on the dark web. You can do all the illegal activities you want. I've done quite a few. I'm not going to say them myself because I could probably get arrested despite being CIA. Used to be CIA.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty, like, my friend Geosite has been talking to me about the dark web, and there's, like, you can use Tor, but that's for, like, noobs, But, yeah, that's how you navigate the dark web. It's pretty fun. I pirated all the Matlock through the dark web.
Mm-hmm.
Great show. Have you watched Matlock yet?
I don't know, Shane, have you?
I have not. No.
He never lost a case. It's amazing. It's like the best lawyer show ever made.
I have a question. Have you ever seen West Wing?
West Wing? No. My son wouldn't let me watch West Wing. He has the TV powers because I'm not good with the TVs. I'm good with the other techs, but not the TV tech.
Not the TV tech. That's a shame.
Yeah, but one thing I would like to say about the West Wing is I almost had a cameo on that show. That's kind of neat.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. Aaron Sorkin and I go way back.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Aaron
We used to be very sexist together.
So was Aaron
I'm not
Sorkin?
gonna go further.
He okay, never mind
Yeah,
then.
we don't need to go further on the topic.
Okay.
Shane and I, we both are in online learning now due to like the virus and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Shane, have you experienced any Zoom bombing?
I personally have not.
My class got Zoom bombed once, and they were yelling racial things in the chat.
I'm sorry for the losses of Zoom bombing. I don't endorse terrorism from other countries. That's an awful thing.
Right. So how would you being the tech advisor, because Zoom doesn't have great technology or great security measures. How would you personally advise consumers and users of Zoom to try to avoid Zoom bombing?
Well, that's a great question, my friend. All I can say is Zoom is not very reliable. It's new, and new things, kind of come out a little rough, And I just got Discord today, in fact, because
Right.
I use MSN Messenger, which is still hot from what I've heard.
Yep.
And all I could say is go back to MSN Messenger. That's like the safest way, or Yahoo Messenger. Safest way to do classes. Yeah, just ditch Zoom. Like Zoom bombing is it's a terrorist sponsored attack on American soil that I do not condone at all. And the only way to fix it is to stop using Zoom. And if we keep using Zoom, they will take away our freedoms and liberties.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Do you know about any emerging technologies that we can use to help mitigate the coronavirus outbreak?
Yeah, I do. There's this thing called Juicero. You know what Juicero is?
I've heard of it.
I'm familiar with it.
It's not emerging anymore. You could probably it's kind of more of a collector's item now because it's so good. They just had to stop making them. You know, you could probably find some on eBay for the cheap. But it makes your juice super slow, and you're like, what the hell? Like, why would I want my juice to come out super slow if I could just, make normal juice instead? And the reason is because making juice slow cures COVID-19.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like because patience is the cure, not this, other stuff like uh
Vaccines.
now vaccines can help, but those are lame. If you want to cure yourself, why don't you do it the cooler way?
Yeah. Yep. That's. Shane, you have any thoughts on that?
He's thrown me for a bit of a loop here, but I guess you heard it. I don't want to endorse it, but you heard it from Tom. Juicero cures coronavirus.
Yeah, and also dabbing, not the vape thing or dabbing, but you do make your arms do the dabbing motion. My son taught me this in Fortnite as well. Yeah, just keep dabbing and the virus will go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm the dab master. My son tells me.
That's your fourth best talent, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, I do keep saying son and grandson. They're kind of the same thing because I don't have a son anymore. He died in the infamous dab contest of 2010.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
sorry
not
for your
fun
loss.
to watch. He dabbed too hard. Maybe if we had 7G, maybe he would have been saved. But we were stuck at 4G at that time.
It's
Yeah,
really a shame.
It's pretty tragic. I'm sorry. I've heard there were a lot of fatalities in those competitions. It gets pretty brutal.
Sorry, I dropped my phone again. I was dabbing and, dangerous.
That's okay. Tom, I just now that we have our gaming correspondent here, I know something on his mind is what games does somebody like you enjoy playing?
Well, as you know, I played the Fortnites with my son. I'm a top 100 player, which is pretty good. I always am the top 100 when I play the game, which, there's a billions of people who play Fortnite,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm always in the top 100. I don't get it. Like, I guess I'm that good, Like, I always rank, like, in the 90s, but, it's the top 100, and my son keeps telling me, like, Dad, we were trying to get to 1. And I'm like, calm down, son. We're, like, the top 100 of a million people. A couple
Mhm.
million, in fact.
Right.
Another favorite game of mine is Minecraft. I craft on the mines of my Minecraft. It's pretty good. And I like Animal Crossing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we find you on? Do you stream? Can we find you somewhere playing those?
I have
Or
not started streaming yet. I'm hoping to start streaming on Ustream next week.
okay,
Still a vibing streaming service from what I've heard last, which was like
Pretty.
2012.
Pretty
I
up
think
and
I heard
coming.
good
Yeah.
things coming for them. Yeah, I think they're still going. I haven't checked on Ustream for a while because I don't really check on the streaming things that much. Like why would I watch someone stream on the internet if I could just watch it, on the YouTubes? Like you don't miss anything on the YouTubes, right?
fair point.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can
Another
pause and
game I like
stuff.
to play is Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resorts. Those games are ultimate bop.
What was that? Hold on.
I think he may have dropped.
I think that's what the kids call these gaming championships now. If they made a Wii Fit esports tournament, I will be like the ultimate at that. I think I might even get like gold at that,
Yep. That's it's pretty yeah, I remember Wii Sports. That was a
Mhm.
while ago, but I liked it.
It's fun.
Hold on. Give me a second. My phone's being a little silly, Give me 2 seconds, all right?
All
All right.
Where the hell did Zach find this guy?
His dad works with him or something.
Okay, I'm back.
Jesus Christ.
Mackety, wackety, yakety.
All right. Okay.
You
Yeah,
big
any more
Eminem fan?
questions? I don't have that much time left, but shoot. Like how many questions do you have left?
I think if you have time for like one more, this is just kind of a personal thing.
Oh, all right, do
That
it.
my mom has an issue with, right?
Yeah.
So my mom has this thing. She's trying to get an MP3 file from her iPad to her iPod. She thinks that she can transfer it to the files to her computer via Dropbox, and then get her iPod, get them to their iPod through a wired through a mainlined wire connection. Do you think there's like some sort of easier method?
Yeah. So your mom has a floppy drive, right?
No, those are
You
very
idiot. Every person has a floppy drive. Don't you dare question the tech advisor.
okay.
Get your mom to put a floppy disk in the floppy drive, right?
Yep.
And have her put a box in it. Put it in a Dropbox, physical Dropbox, right?
Okay.
And put some files in it from your filing cabinet,
Yep.
and then shove it into the floppy drive.
Yeah. Is that right?
And that's how you transfer your files. It's easy like that.
Okay. So that's
and also make some and also put some jam in it to like make it more suitable.
more lubed.
Yeah, more lube, so like it's easier for it to come out,
All right. Sweet. That sounds good. So yeah, so that's getting it onto the computer, right?
Yeah, that will get onto the computer perfectly.
All right. How do we get it from the computer to the iPod?
Oh, that's simple. So you take an iPod, right?
Yep.
I prefer the Nanos, but any iPod would do.
Yeah.
And you just smash it against the table, and don't worry, Jam will glue it back up, and you just put your files in there.
All right. Yeah. No, I guess that's pretty simple. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier.
And after you do that, make a sandwich and eat it. So you
Yeah.
can become the iPod. And you could be
All
the
right.
ultimate iPod. You could listen to your music without any technology on you. Like you could just be walking your dog and like, oh shit, I forgot my phone. How can I listen to the musics? Like you
Yeah.
just tap your head and it will pick a song for you that you hopefully will like. And then you can start jamming while walking your dog.
All right.
I do that all the time. I did that on my way here to the park.
I'm sorry. You're in a park.
Yeah.
So you're talking to us over Discord in a park.
Yeah, and I need to get out. I need to do my daily exercises, despite being 82. I need to be active.
Right. Yeah. No, I get that. My grandparents take walks all the time. I'm just wondering. Are you using just like the microphone on your phone then?
I'm using a satellite phone that was given to me in the 80s before I left.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
The little known fact is that I had this technology before most people.
Yeah.
It looks different now. Like my son said he lost it and gave me like a touchscreen slab, and I just assumed it's the same thing because those things morph because we have nanobots that into different objects through disguises.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's part of the thing.
That's how chemtrails work.
He's been selling some shit, but I don't think it's my phone. I've been losing so many things. I think I need to talk about it, but I don't think he's having problems.
All right. Well, it sounds good. Shane, do you have any additional questions or?
Yeah, Shane. It's been a pleasure talking to you the most, Shane.
It's been a pleasure. But I think I am also out of questions. I don't have anything else to add. You've been a great guest.
Oh, thanks. I'm happy to be on here. I should come back again sometime. My summer's pretty packed, but maybe the fall that could work.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it's a shame that Zach couldn't be here. I tell him I give him my best wishes. He was a little rude to me, but you know, everyone has bad days. I had a couple bad days. Ask some people in developing countries about that. So yeah.
Yep. All right.
Will
Well,
do.
All
will
right.
do.
It was nice calling you. You both of you are gems, especially you, Shane.
Oh, thank you.
Talk to
Thank
you
you,
later.
Tom.
Bye.
Yep. Bye.
All right. Bye. And so that was that. That has been our tech correspondent. I already forgot his name.
Tom Sturvis, I believe.
Tom Sawyer.
Yeah,
So that was
that was
interesting.
something.
That was something.
I don't really know what to make of all that.
Yeah, I think Zach might have lost a bet or something. I that guy had some pretty serious Biden brain. So Shane,
Yeah.
you hear about Elon Musk's new kid?
Oh boy, have I. What a name.
What is it? How do you even pronounce that? X8AEA12?
See, here's the thing about that.
Yeah.
Grimes and Elon Musk don't even know how to pronounce it. They both have different theories on how to pronounce it.
Jesus Christ. What?
Yeah. So Elon was on a podcast, and he's on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh Christ.
Yeah. And he explained to Joe how it's pronounced, and he said it was X Ash A12 or something like that.
Okay.
He actually didn't say how to pronounce the A12. He just said that it was his contribution and that it's because of an aircraft or something. And then Grimes put out a tweet that I forget what she said about X. Here, wait, she said, okay, so yeah, X is just pronounced X, exactly like Elon said.
Okay.
But then the AE combination is pronounced either I or AI.
Okay.
So it's either X Ash A12 or XAI A12.
So what I'm getting here is that there's not going to be any trauma associated with not even knowing how your own name is pronounced.
No, not at all.
No.
To be honest, the only thing I'm getting out of this situation is a separation coming pretty soon. A child that is going to be another child that's going to be a product of divorce. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. It's like another celebrity child with like a ridiculous name that.
But worse though, because would you rather be named however you say that, or would you rather be named like Blanket?
I
Personally, I'm gonna go Blanket.
Yeah, me too. Because at least you could like, or like Absidy or whatever that was.
Oh
like,
yeah.
At least you could pronounce that, or like you have a tangible like.
You know what it's supposed to sound like.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess that kid could just be the most nonchalant kid of all time, though, and just like, oh, how are you supposed to pronounce your name? And it's like, whatever works for you. It's up to your interpretation now.
I don't want my name to be like a piece of well-renowned fiction, though. I don't want other people like interpreting my name.
But you don't want your name to be just a piece of modern art. It's what you make of it.
That is true. We are in a postmodern era. Might as well make a postmodern name.
I think that's the thought process that Grimes and Elon went through for sure. It definitely wasn't just like, hey, what's the weirdest name we can give our kid?
I think Elon was thinking of a new car model while he was filling out the birth certificate.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. No. Shit, I had something else to mention. I forgot what it was.
I have something else
Yeah, what's up?
related to Grimes and Elon.
Yeah.
Apparently, Grimes, when she was younger, built with one of her ex-boyfriends, built a riverboat, and
Okay.
they tried to sail down the Mississippi River in it. And
All right.
so they put their boat in. Somewhere underneath some bridge in Minnesota,
Oh God. All right.
and it took them 4 days to float 3 miles downstream. And after they hit that 3-mile marker, they were pulled over.
Sorry, sometimes my Discord glitches out. So I'm sorry. Once they hit the 4-mile mark, what happened?
Once they hit the 3-mile mark, they were pulled over by Minneapolis State Park Police. And I don't know if they're arrested or just like held for some time, but either way, the riverboat was moved to like some dump outside of Minneapolis, and its fate is now unknown.
Okay, so I have a lot of questions. So first of all, what do you mean by a riverboat? Is that like a
They made like a basically a small shack on a floating platform.
Okay, so they're going like just full Tom. They're going full Huckleberry Finn with this. Is what I'm hearing.
Basically, yes.
Okay. So
You go ahead.
So okay, so they made a boat, and boat being, of course, kind of a loose term.
Yeah.
Are there pictures of this? Hold on.
Hey, I'm back.
there
Sorry. I missed that whole interview. It seems like.
Yeah. You did. You missed him completely.
Yeah. Timmy was struggling. He was climbing up the cement, and we wanted him to drown in the cement, and it didn't work out well. How was Tom Stirbur?
He was an interesting guy.
Yeah, he's great. That guy's great.
Yeah.
What?
I'm happy to get him on the show. About what? What do you mean?
What is he good at?
Yeah, I was very confused.
He was a tech. Well, he was like big in the tech thing back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
He just launched into a rant about future G's.
Yeah, he does that. But it's better than like saying it causes COVID, right?
Marginally,
like it only gets worrisome about like I think around 7G, right? Or 9G or 8G. I don't know.
I think 7G was the starfish powers where you like regrow limbs.
Yeah. So 8G is when it gets weird. I think bad weird.
Yeah, because 7G, that starfish powers isn't weird at all.
Yeah, so like 8G, like we don't have to. I don't think we have to worry about for a while.
Okay, that's good at least.
I'm not a professional at this, of course. You should have asked Tom more about it. What were you talking about?
We were talking about when Grimes built a riverboat and attempted to sail down the Mississippi River.
How do they
go?
Do you
spell it? How do they spell their name?
Grimes.
Yeah, like a normal person.
Fucking whatever.
And well, it didn't go well. They were arrested 3 miles after they started. But my favorite part of the story is that by very generous estimates, they made it 3 miles downstream in 4 days.
Oof. Jesus.
So my grandma with like arthritis could have walked like farther than that.
Boat.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out. Are there pictures of it? Because I can't find any on.
I've seen some. I don't know if they're like hard to find or whatever, but they are out there.
Huh.
Well, how about we take a break? We'll be right back, and I have some fun things for you, Sam. and for you too, Shane.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Before we go, I'd like to thank Tom Stirbur for taking his time to join us on Spill Shack today.
Yeah, thank you, Tom. That was entertaining.
Yeah, very informative man. I wish I could meet him in person someday. But yeah, we'll be right back.
All right.
Break time. All right.
They both look like they hardcore stand the mountain goats and also
Mountain goat stands are like weird, burnt out goths.
Yeah, well, yeah, they kind of look like that, but they also kind of look like they're really hard, like big stands of like, like the what's that band called? Days and Days and like Andrew Jackson Jihad or something.
ugh. They look very like steampunk meets 1800 the 1700s American Revolution.
Welcome back to Spill Shack, ladies and gentlemen. What a great break we had. How's everyone doing? I don't know how we could follow up after
Such an amazing.
after such an amazing guest. Like I kind of have cold feet, you know.
You're starstruck.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sam,
Yep.
hold on, I need to get the article up. I'm not prepared.
Yeah, you've been
No, don't.
talking about this article.
Yeah, this is something I wanted to say for the show, and I've been holding it in for 3 days.
Yeah, and you mentioned that you had an article. You didn't tell me what it was about, but you mentioned it, and I'm excited because you have been hyping this up a little bit.
Yep. Hold
This
on.
podcast is full of surprises.
Yeah, it's a surprise podcast. Oh my God, did they take it down? Give me a second.
I hope they didn't take it down.
I'll be a little upset if they do.
Did they? Were they just like we've been getting so much shit about it? that we can't-
Probably. That was. I know they changed the picture for it. After a while.
It would not surprise me if they took it down.
So. Oh, they found it. It's still there.
Oh, good.
Okay, so we're still trying to figure out how to do the show exactly. And we're gonna start doing a reading series. Not a reading series. We're just gonna read things for funsies because reading's fun. Do you agree, Sam?
I like reading.
Yeah. So, since you are our anarchist correspondent as well.
Yes.
And also gamer correspondent.
Yeah, I'm the anarchist gamer.
Because you are the leader of Antifa and the president of Anarchy at the moment, right? The president of the Anarchy Party, right?
Actually, that's Howard Schultz, but I'm vice president.
Oh, vice president of the. Well, like you're the presidential candidate for the Anarchy Party at the moment, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I'm going up against the guy who invented yoga.
Ah, that's cool. I read this article like, man, it'd be great to get a guy who knows about anarchy more than anyone else, since he's the best anarchist in the world and most active one.
Right. Yep, that's me.
And it's about the Avengers, which are the most anarchist superhero group of all time.
I hate this.
Why the Avengers are all anarchists. And as you can see, this guy looked at the Avengers logo and like, you know what? That kind of looks like the Anarchy logo, and then or Anarchy symbol, and then called it a day and made an article about it.
Wait, he made an article, so it's not just a stupid tweet. It's a whole
Oh
article.
no, it's a long article.
Oh my god!
It's from Cracked? I thought Cracked went under.
No, they're back and they're posting shit quality content.
Unsurprising.
Well, like this, I guess.
And like it used to be a joke site, and this is not really jokey. I think it's kind of like silly but serious about it.
This is like This is like pseudo political.
Yeah. So let's get in it, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
If I fuck up, I'll just probably overdub it in post. If
All
I
right.
were to ask you what comic book based movie franchise hates the government the most, what would your answer be?
Not
The-
the Avengers.
V for Vendetta, Joker, Hail Berry's Catwoman. Why the fuck is that in there? All wrong. All wrong. I would
Okay.
say because the correct answer, of course, is the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
Not
Is
not
that
not like the one film that like is based off anarchist literature. Not anarchist literature, but by an anarchist, right?
yeah. No, not
Not
that one.
not the vaguely anti-capitalist Joker movie. It's the
Right.
it's the Avengers.
right.
Obviously.
Who
It's
Clearly.
the obvious choice.
yeah.
Have you seen their logo? It's an A.
As much as it might seem like quippy heroes, shiny spandex, and intergalactic bad guy punching is as
That's pretty much what it is.
inoffensive and politically middle of the road as it gets. It turns out that the MCU code of ethics leans a lot closer to several anarchist philosophies than, say, America, fuck yeah. And I'm talking about Nietzschean. Nietzschean? You know anarchy. Is that how I'm saying? Nietzschean?
Nietzschean.
Nietzschean.
I mean, here's the thing. Nietzsche isn't exactly even an anarchist.
Nietzschean levels of the damn man. I don't know what the fuck the man. Oh, damn the man. Not fuck the man, because they can't say fuck here. fuck is too mean.
Oh God.
That's pretty anarchy. Not being a little worried on swearing.
Self censorship
Yeah.
for the word fuck. Yeah, that's pretty.
Let's start with the quick disclosure that anarchism is probably isn't what you're thinking. While the popular notion is spiky-haired punks who want the world to burn just for the sake of the fire, the truth is more nuanced than that. He gets that part right.
Okay, so you got that right.
Most anarchists aren't anti-authoritarians just for the giggles or for their own self-interest, but because they don't trust said authoritarians to take care of their
Yeah.
fellow man.
Okay,
There is an ism
okay.
based on mutual aid, cooperation, and radical democracy. I mean, they start soup kitchens for refugees, crying out loud. Wait,
Okay,
are
weird
we
way to put
talking
it.
about
but-
the Avengers doing that? No, okay, I'm just double checking because I've never seen
Yeah.
that.
I really want to have a scene where Hulk is just serving refugee soup. No,
Refugees.
serving refugees. No, serving soup to refugees.
Like, what the fuck? I'm going to punch a hole in your Antifa card for that one, buddy.
Yeah.
You get close to 3 punches.
And you
Shit.
get a churro, and then you get kicked out.
Yep.
So
I
where
get
do the
kicked out of
superheroes
the-
come in? Well, despite being compromised of 20 of the biggest, most mainstream movies ever made that will be forgotten about in probably a couple of years, the MCU really explicitly does not trust the American government or any governing body. Really, like, not
How?
even a little. That the fact Kevin Feige and the Russo brothers aren't on some kind of Pentagon watch list is honestly a little surprising. It's like they let the Air Force fund their movies at some point. It's like that Black Panther talked about how the CIA is cool at one point, or some shit like that.
Okay, Black Panther is one of the few Marvel movies I've actually watched. Did they actually do that? Well, no, they did, didn't
The
they?
other good white guy in the film, I mean, the only good white guy in the film, I should say, is a CIA
Yeah, he was like-
agent.
Yeah.
The
Well-
only good like white guy, the only good, there's 2 of them actually, and one of them's very bad, and the other one's a CIA agent that has a change of heart,
Right. So
and he saves the
we
day
got-
because they saved him.
Right. So
Which
just
means the
that
CIA
alone,
is good and we need to respect them.
So that alone has just has taken this thesis of the cracked.com article and just completely thrown it out the window. I'm very much excited to see what they come up with.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty convinced so far. Have you seen their logo?
Yeah, like the A does need an upgrade. If I've talked about this, I think a little bit off show and a little bit on. It does need an upgrade, dude. Like,
I mean, there are some variations.
If anything, they should replace it with the Avengers logo, if you ask me.
I mean, no, but
anarchists need to take some notes from capitalists, man. They need to rebrand a little.
Anarchists need to rebrand. All right. So
in the MCU's very first movie, Iron Man, Tony Stark fashions a murder machine from scrap.
Yeah, the giant capitalist guy.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Iron Man is the most capitalist movie character in the last decade.
He's like the Elon Musk superhero guy. They were like, yeah. And
Also,
uses it to blow up the terrorists. Very anarchist. The United States government is concerned, to say the least, but Stark doesn't care. He believes he can do more good on his own.
This is just okay. If they're talking about anarchist capitalism,
yeah,
I guess
this film is. I think this guy is confusing it for ANCAP.
Yeah, this is gonna be ANCAP.
Yeah,
or like libertarianism, because this is definitely not. This is like fucking vigilante chud work he's doing here.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Iron Man 2 makes this even more obvious in court. Stark argues against giving the government his armor because, quite frankly, he doesn't trust them. Fucking.
So just anyone that doesn't trust the government is an anarchist.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that's why a lot of them voted for Trump, right?
Yep, exactly.
Anarchists voted for Trump, right?
Oh yeah, all
and
of
they
them.
support him at every
actually,
stance.
We came
Maybe
together as
flooding
a
the
party, as an organization. We came, all of Antifa, the organization which exists, came together and said, "Boy, that I really like that Trumpy Wumpy."
Did you say that?
Yep, we said that exactly those words.
The natural progression of this belief. I skipped. Admittedly, Stark comes at the decision from a privileged billionaire. I can do whatever the hell I want position, rather than true social anarchism, which we'll get to. But he's still laying the groundwork for distrusting the government in the series.
No.
I like how you're saying, like, yeah, this is not really anarchy, but we'll get there.
We'll just gloss over that. This is like a shitty high school essay that I write like minutes before it's due.
Tony Stark is clearly the hero in these moments, and the USA is the enemy. Yeah, I guess. But like in the libertarian way, I guess.
If we're really going to be technical,
this is ANCAP. Like, he's an ANCAP.
Kind of, yeah. This is just a right wing libertarian like wet dream, essentially.
Like, he might be a little bit on the border, like on the maybe like somewhere like on the left part of the right libertarian thing, just a teeny bit, bit.
Barely.
Yeah, just a teeny bit. I'm saying, but that's like at best. I'm just saying that because he's done other stupid things, I guess, that we don't see on screen. That's too boring to watch.
Yeah.
The natural progression of this belief is that Stark himself is the world's only defense, leads him to having a nervous breakdown in Iron Man 3, and then creating Ultron, an artificial intelligence that, in true summer movie fashion, immediately turns evil. Ultron is defeated, with teamwork, and Stark learns a valuable lesson about individual exceptionalism. A lesson that's not coincidentally is one of the core tenets of social anarchism. See, he does teamwork, so he's an anarchist. He's a team player.
Just like every soccer team?
Like the guy who says, I do not play nice with others repeatedly throughout the whole series. It's a team player.
Well, every soccer team is clearly anarchist then, Sam.
Well, yeah, clearly. I mean, yeah, if you ever look at the politics of a,
FIFA,
one of
the
most
most anarchist organization ever, right? The most anarchist franchise ever made.
Yep, FIFA is, yeah, 100%.
No, not Antifa, FIFA.
Yeah, I said it, FIFA.
It sounded like you said Antifa.
No, I might have.
That's what they're rebranding too soon.
See, while historical anarchist theory is certainly muddled together with Nietzschean philosophies, including his uber mechanism, uber something proposition,
What? How do you spell it?
Ubermensch, Menschches.
Oh, good lord! Are you kidding me?
What?
Ubermenschen? Do you know what Ubermensch means?
No.
It means like essentially man above all other men. And the Ubermensch theory has
Hold on. Let me. I'm not done with this paragraph. He's gonna bring it up.
okay.
That's another one of those little things everyone gets wrong. The common misconception of Ubermenschen. If there are overmen, then there are by necessity undermen. Is a dangerous interpretation given it's not only sentient robots that want to kill all humans, but also things like shitty Superman movies, where he's basically a god and real-life Nazis. Yeah. The truth bit, though, is Nietzsche believed that there would be a new human who was to be neither master nor slave. Someone whose essentially was better than the average man in all metrics, but don't act like an asshole about it, which that's everybody in the fucking Avengers, but okay. Like Iron Man before him, Captain America is also anti-government right from the get-go.
Doesn't he sign up to be a super soldier for the U.S. government?
But
he turns
like a CIA.
but he turns back in the second movie, guys.
So he spends an entire movie working for the government, but he's anti-government right away.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't watched all of the Marvel movies because I'm not boring, and so maybe I'm not the best at. Okay.
The United States gives him the super soldier serum, sure, but then sidelines him, using him for morale boosting plays and selling war bonds, like a literal government shill. Steve Rogers doesn't become a true hero. He doesn't really earn the title of Captain America until he starts doing the right thing. Orders be damned. I mean, literally, his first act as the big damn hero is one insubordination.
Insubordination.
Is one of insubordination. After learning that his BFF, I fucking hate this article and everyone.
What did you say?
His BFF, James Bucky Barnes, has gone missing in action. Roger sweet talks Peggy Carter and Howard Stark, Tony Stark's father, and to define the top brass and dropping him behind enemy lines to rescue good old Buck and a bunch of other prisoners. It's only then that Rogers gets his shield.
I'm losing cells.
Even the modern era, no swearing grandpa yet, Boy Scout version of Captain America, makes his name shitting all over the government. He's supposed to be synonymous with it. He gets into an argument with the federal agent Nick Fury about S.H.I.E.L.D., fleet of flying assassination boats disagreeing with him so hard that he digs up top secret information and outs the organization as a Hydra shell company for his troubles, now has to register himself with that very same recently infiltrated government and do whatever he's told. Obviously, this doesn't sit well with Captain Anarchy.
So did they put that in there?
This doesn't sit well with Captain Anarchy, so he ditches the American flag duds and toddles off to fight evil with his friends on his own terms. And there's the fact that Captain America only becomes worthy of lifting Thor's magical, integrity-powered hammer. You know, the guy that's like a god is pretty anarchist, guys.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's. I think that's exactly what.
I think say like gods are cool. that's
yeah. I think that is the exact quote from Mikhail Bakunin is that if God cool. Exists, that's pretty cool.
No
we
masters,
should go with
but
that.
God is fine.
Yeah. Yes, gods, no masters.
Yeah, God's fine, no masters.
Yeah.
What makes Steve Rogers different from Tony Stark, though, it's what makes him a true anarchist, is that he's not going against the government for his own selfish gains. He's not screaming, "You can't have my property," then convincing himself it's for a good reason. He's not like Stark, ceding responsibility for his actions to a higher power after a string of screw-ups. Desperate to free himself from blame, Rogers knows that the government will inevitably do what is best for the government and not the people. And that's how just Captain America rolls, baby. He could do this all day. And there's supposed to be a picture here, but it's not showing it to me. It's not just Marvel's big two either. Anti-government sentiment runs deep in the MCU, like the Hulk. To be fair, the Hulk is pretty anti-government, but that's kind of just because they're trying to kill him.
Yeah, also because he's just kind of a chaotic neutral element.
Yeah, and then they talk about Black Widow, which then War Machine.
Doesn't she work directly with a government?
It's anti-authoritarian, I guess, like because she walks away from that supposedly. I'm just skipping some paragraphs here. Another one. So here's one. War Machine, the most pro-government hero on the roster. So American that he was even briefly branded as the Iron Patriot. He is the only hero to get permanently injured in Civil War. By Infinity War, he's defected from the government entirely. So that makes him Anarchy, I guess.
I guess. Who is this? What is her name again?
War Machine.
War Machine.
Captain Marvel, meanwhile, is exploited while in the employ of the United States military and has her disappearance covered up by them. The thing that the Air Force has paid to be featured in the film. So Anarchy, guys.
Yep.
She's lied to, restrained, and used by the Kree military only to find true herodom once she flips the finger to everyone, including Nick Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D., and starts saving the entire planet on her own terms. On her own terms, huh? Yeah, like, a savior that saves everything on his own terms. Sounds very familiar to one guy I know who believed that as well. I don't think I believe he shot himself 75 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting.
His name is on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. But yeah, that's Anarchist.
It'll come to you.
Yeah, it'll come to me. I think it's Hank.
Yeah.
I think his name is Hank.
Hank? Yeah, I think I know. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, cool anarchist guy. Yeah, very left-leaning.
Yeah.
Was very known for his civil rights.
Even the Asgardian monarchy isn't exempt. It is exempt. It's a monarchy.
Yeah, what?
It's fucking, that's like further right than that's technically further right than fascism. I'm not joking.
I like how this person is proposing, like that anarchists like get together and have an actual organization and meetings and a schedule.
There is there is that, but then they definitely don't have like
this guy's pro anarcho-marxism. Monarchism. Yeah, I screwed up.
Yeah, they definitely don't have a monarchy. I guess there are like meetings of direct democracy and like horizontal.
There's no hierarchy technically. If there is, it's just kind of there just to someone needs to rent out the room.
if there is any, it's literally like, hey, I'm trying to teach you something, or
I'm
hey,
trying to get
it's
everyone together. I own the website, that type of shit, It's
like website ownership or something, and that's only kind of loose.
So Asgardian monarchy is not exempt. Thor Ragnarok, it's revealed that good dude Odin was actually a terrible king who built his throne on blood and bones of millions, imprisoned his own daughter, and then lied about all of it. Thor then sent to an alien world where the ruling class pits fighters against one another in a vicious gladiator combat. Shit's so bad that at the end of Endgame, Thor relinquishes the Asgardian crown, both because he realizes he'd be a bad king, hoarding more than he was helping, and also because he wants to hang out with the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that's more of the Guardians of the Galaxy thing. And also the fact I think Asgard got pretty fucked, if I remember correctly. Because right now Asgard in Endgame I think is literally just like a village on Earth.
That
So
yeah, that kind of sucks.
So so yeah, he's gonna be a king of a village. That's neat. That doesn't really do anything, because even when he was king of the village, he just sat in his home drunk off his ass doing nothing.
Right. Also,
he was not he was king
village
by name. I don't know, somewhere in Europe, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so that just goes under the jurisdiction of whatever country that it happened to be in. Let's say it was Norway.
Maybe they bought an island. I don't know.
That's
the Guardians, by the way, exist in the furthest reaches of the galaxy. That doesn't seem to have any kind of centralized government at all. There is fucking government there. And they're
Yeah.
clearly having the best time being heroes out of everyone. That's it. They say like they're in the galaxy. There's no galaxy in the government, which there is there's a police force in the galaxy in this fucking film.
Yeah.
I hate this article.
This is giving me a headache.
And I
is
mean,
what
I'm
it's
not going to
doing.
give out all the twists and turns of the governmental red tape of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, please don't. But again, I'm just going to skip that paragraph. But again, anarchism isn't just anti-authoritarianism. A true social anarchist would point out that the actual heroes would go after the root of society's evils, like capitalism. Like the word capitalism hasn't been said like once here.
Yeah, and that's kind of one of the core things that most anarchists.
Yeah,
are
rather
against,
than
so-
occasionally decapitating purple butt-chinned overlords, like Thanos. Which I don't know. I think killing Thanos is pretty anarchy. I don't know. He's a god, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
Or
kind of.
Titan or whatever. Like he got
Yeah?
An excellent point, and one that I argue is happening just off screen. Bullshit. It's not. You don't get to say.
You can't just retcon.
This is happening because I said so for my article
In my headcanon, it is.
on crack.com.
Killmonger and the events of Black Panther leave the isolationist nation of Wakanda convinced to fundamentally change how it functions in order to better address the greater good of the world, aka just become a neoliberal country, basically. And
Exactly.
Endgame, in the absence of any kind of government following the snap, Black Widow sends out the remaining heroes to do hero stuff and help the downtrodden. Yada yada
So-
yada. This is so fucking dumb.
How long is this article?
I'm almost done. It's less than I have 3 paragraphs left, and they're like 3 sentence
Okay.
paragraphs.
Okay.
Basically, they said they do some mutual aid stuff, I guess, technically during after the snap thing in this article.
Well, yeah, that's just
Which
that doesn't.
that
isn't.
The thing is that it's like they were doing lifeboat socialism though, so I don't know if I would even count that really.
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, it's like
Every time when a country goes into turmoil, they go to socialist services, basically, or
Right.
something close to it. Like, that was what the New Deal was, kind of. Not exactly, but close to it. It was welfare.
That's kind of like as if like you called the Red Cross anarchist because they help people when they need help.
Yeah, and Red Cross isn't even that good.
No, well, I guess a better example would be like Doctors Without Borders.
Yeah, Doctors Without Borders.
Anyway, the point is that's a stupid point.
Yeah. Even Tony Stark tried. Eventually, he created the Stark Relief Foundation, so he could probably dodge taxes, I'm assuming.
Yep.
To provide relief to the needy as well, as to handle any casualties incurred during battles involving the Avengers, because it's your fucking fault, dude. And the September Foundation to nurture young geniuses, so they become Silicon Valley tech CEOs.
Exactly. So here's my rebuttal to that. You know how back when remember the oil crisis involving BP in the Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah.
Remember how directly after that they launched a bunch of ads showing a bunch of workers with BP clothing cleaning up the Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same shit. Bill Gates Foundation, which is a eugenics foundation, by the way. Yeah, it does that stuff.
The Koch brothers Foundation
I
for
think
Science.
I think the Koch brothers one's a little obvious. That's bad because it's the Koch brothers.
Right. Or like I'm gonna find something wrong with Newman's Own.
Yeah.
I guarantee
This
there's
article
something.
has a couple sentences left, so let's just end this. All right.
All right.
Well, young geniuses that he would eventually lure into combat against preternaturally abled heroes and villains, drag into space and then gift them with control of planetary system of murder satellites and no
That's
instruction
anarchist.
manual. So maybe Iron Man's more like the Joker than I thought. No.
No.
And I'm assuming this guy is referring to the Joker in the Joker movie. A, he would never get his hands on this shit.
No.
B, the Joker, I think at the beginning he was like a weird revolutionary, I wouldn't say hero, but a revolutionary guy. But I think he kind of just evolved into like a shit fit after the scene in the mental hospital.
Right.
But no, Joker wouldn't even have this shit. And also, Tony Stark is an ANCAP at best. And I like how capitalism was not once said in this article, except like probably at the beginning.
Maybe.
I'm gonna search it. Hold on.
An ANCAP at
No,
best.
there's no capitalism in this. No, capitalism
Jesus.
not once said in this at all.
ANCAP at best wouldn't even be. Yeah, I like Shane's point. Is that ANCAP at best isn't even like good.
Yeah,
That'd be like
that's
ANCAP
shit.
at worst.
ANCAP at best is like, man, let's bring back feudalism. Not exactly, but like it's like, man, it would be great if companies control everything because we can trust them, right?
Oh God.
But yeah, that's that. That's So, what's your thought about this president, hopefully future president of Anarchy?
So we're gonna have to bash crack.com.
Before bashing the fash, we have to bash the cracks.
Yes, bash the cracks.
Yeah. This article is not good.
No.
How many hex colors does it get?
2 out of 216. This was made by Eric Gumney, I guess.
Okay.
Gumney.
If you,
I don't give a shit about
Crack-
as saying his name wrong. He does not deserve to get his name said correctly.
Does crack.com allow comments on their articles?
Yeah, don't get mean. It's probably a guy who was like crunched to like make an article. It's still
Right.
shit.
I just want to. What do the comments look like?
I think one of them was calling Tony Stark an ANCAP at best. I didn't really look at it. I kind of tabbed out of it. So, I want to see if he responded on Twitter. He did not.
Dang.
He says you should check the comments section. There's some thoughtful discourse. Probably because
Discourse.
Probably because everyone's trying to educate the guy and not like being like fucking like you piece of shit.
Yeah,
There's a real marketplace of ideas in the comments.
But yeah, Avengers are anarchy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep,
not
Avengers
V for
are
Vendetta.
anarchists.
Nor all the anarchy superhero stuff well, not really anarchy superhero stuff, but anything Alan Moore has talked about superheroes. Which, if you don't know, Alan Moore has called superheroes fascist. So,
And he's like a
take that-
comic book writer.
yeah, and take
so-
that from an anarchist, not a guy who writes articles for Cracked.
Yeah, I think I will say that this is up there with all the anarchist literature now. We got Conquest of Bread, Gods and Masters, Anarchism and Other Essays by Emma Goldman.
Mutual aid.
And now we have Mutual Aid, and now we have Why the Avengers Are All Anarchists by
Cracked.com. Thank you
Move
for
over,
your
Chomsky.
contribution.
Move Over Chomsky, Move Over Chomsky, Move Over Anita Hill.
What? No.
Wait, no, not Anita Hill. That's
Whoa.
different. Okay, let me do that again. Hold on. I gotta figure out that person's name.
It's a whole different thing. Move over Anita Hill.
Hold on. FBI.
Isn't that what Joe said?
Joe and every Democrat and Republican
Yeah.
in the 90s, basically.
I listened to that episode that you guys were talking about. Holy shit,
yeah,
man.
it made me want to punch things at work.
Yeah, really.
I wanted to cry.
Oh yeah, no, here we go. So let me try that again. Move over Peter Kropotkin. Move over Asada Shakur. Move over, like Rojava. We got crack.com.
We'll take one more break, then we'll be back. Break, wake. Break and bake.
Oh my god.
Jazz time. Jazz time. It's jazz time. Welcome back to Spill Shack. We have Shane on here. He's a great person. I got a text from Tom saying you were a absolute gem on the show today.
Tom sure had some thoughts about me.
Yeah.
He knows how to text people.
I think he sent it to me on Messenger, MSN Messenger. It's pretty weird.
Wow.
Can't believe you have that.
Yeah, I had it as a bit, and he uses it too, so I'm kind of just stuck with it. It's kind of like why I have Snapchat, so I could just text people who also have it, so I'm kind of stuck with
Signal. Or Signal.
Yeah,
I use
so I could text
Signal.
the 2 people who use Signal. I wonder who those dumb fucks are. Anyways. So, Shane, you're well-versed on many things, I believe, right?
I guess.
So, I was watching Neon Genesis Evangelion. I believe that's what it's called, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know the anime, right?
I know of it.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The reason why I got you on the show today, sir, is 'cause I have a very important question that's been on my mind for a week after watching 2 episodes of this melodramatic show where it's just a boy crying while fighting in a robot, basically.
Good.
Why is anime horny? Horniness expert and anime
expert
and anime expert and correspondent Shane has more to say on this. Shane, why is anime so horny?
Probably don't want to drop his last name.
Yeah, do you want me to cut your last name out?
Sure, I don't really mind.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't really know anything about
Shane,
anime.
No, you're the anime correspondent. You know all about the animes.
Okay.
You've been assigned anime correspondent, and so yes, you do know things about anime.
And horniness correspondent. You're like the most horniest person I know, dude.
That is not a good title.
Listen, I can't disagree with the second point. However, I've never even watched a full anime series. So to answer your question, why is anime so horny? Horny people make it.
Huh. How about you, Sam? Why is anime so horny, dude?
See, okay.
You're also, Sam, our feminist correspondent over here as well. He knows all about the feminism.
Yep.
Sam speaks for all women.
Yeah, he's an honorary woman.
You know how that alien race in Doom, the second Doom Eternal. You know how there's that alien being that's basically a hive mind of all the races.
Yeah.
And they come together to make one being. That's me with women.
All right.
Every woman come together.
Okay. Now we are out of the irony zone. Why is anime so horny, Sam?
I'm probably gonna go with Shane. It's made by a bunch of horny people in the 80s.
I got a question.
Would you say it's made for horny people? Since there's a lot of.
It's definitely part of the market.
I think it's made for men who just want to whack off to things, no matter what it is.
I think it's probably that's probably part of the market.
And a lot of it's probably kids, because it does feel like they know this was made for they knew children were gonna be probably watching this.
That leaves a bad taste in your boy's mouth.
Yeah. So Shane, what were you gonna say? I've been interrupting you a little bit. I should let the anime correspondent speak.
My question was, it wasn't addressed, but I'm just ready to drop my question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I yield my time.
The floor is still yours. I just cleaned it up, so you kind of have to use it, dude. Do you know how long it took me to find the mop?
I swept.
Yeah, he swept, and I had to mop it up because.
I mean, I was just gonna ask. My answer to the question was not in the irony zone.
Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna say, and it's not just anime. It happens in Western media too. but I think is a lot more prevalent in a lot of anime, and it's very weird because it's definitely not really needed in Neon Genesis so
No,
far.
not at all.
It's just like it's just there randomly.
It really doesn't get better either.
Oh, that's cool. It gets more
Yeah.
horny.
It
I
doesn't get
don't-
more horny, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't watch like any anime other than Ghibli movies, but one thing that I see in a lot of shows that I do watch is just like completely unnecessary nudity, and it actually bothers me.
But Shane, the plot.
It has nothing to do with anything.
You know, the
It's
worst
not.
part is with like most of the animes give some stupid plot reason for why someone's naked. It's not a good reason, but it's there, right?
Yeah.
I
Neon
needed to absorb the power through my skin.
Yeah, type of shit. Neon Genesis says she's wearing a tank top and her breasts are like have the physics of like, I don't know, super duper physics man or whatever. And I couldn't find a term that's proper. She's in a tub, which we don't need to see her in a tub, really. Like what's her powers? Like what are her powers? There's nothing.
There's nothing there. Also, like when you get I'm gonna try to not spoil it, but when you get later in the film, you'll see like
Show.
women start what did I say?
Film.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, when you get later in the show, there are like some women who also get into the same program that the main character is going into, so they're also piloting Avas. And have you ever noticed how when the main character gets into an Ava, he has to wear like that kind of form-fitting, skin-tight like suit thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is all.
Oh.
And see, it's one guy and there are two girls on the team,
Mm-hmm.
and so there are a lot of hijinks going on, and all the hijinks are kind of leave a little bit of a bad taste in your mouth.
See, I have a new answer as to why anime is so horny.
Why?
Other than people who make it are horny. It's just that everybody is horny.
I'm not horny.
I believe you're a part of the minority, because I think the reason it's in so many shows is because nobody ever really complains about it.
And, I don't mind if some things are horny. It's just that it's like super unnecessary, especially in the show, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Like
I think
you could make what you want. You could if it's not creepy.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like not everything needs to be like busty chicks or
I'm in agreement
with pecs.
I think I need to I don't ever like that argument of oh, it was just the times, whoa. But the show was made in I think like the late 80s.
Yeah.
So that's part of it. Like people weren't really as women weren't as empowered back then, so that's part of it definitely. But I think there's probably a little bit that goes into it. I think someone somewhere made an anime that was really horny, and then everyone just kind of went along with it because I'm assuming because it sold really well or something.
Yeah.
And no one and I don't think anyone really kind of showed up at any point and was like, "Hey, can you stop?"
I bet some people saw it. Some potential show creator saw it and was like, "Oh, we can do that," and then they just started doing it because they didn't think it was possible before. They didn't think they could before.
Right. I mean, there have been some animes and mangas that I think that have had some pretty strong female characters that aren't sexualized at all.
Yeah.
I think most of Junji Ito's work doesn't really get that way. I don't, not all of it probably, but a lot of it isn't really like that. I don't think, I was about to say Studio Ghibli, but that's all their stuff is made for children. So
yeah, all their movies have main characters that are 10 years old.
Yeah.
So
Probably
if not, I think it's usually geared to like be like high class quote unquote art. Well, I'm doing the quote unquote on the high class part, not art.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
One thing I
it's
like
kinda...
to address is that I don't see that many anime-based stuff. I've seen the Ghibli stuff.
Right.
I've seen Cowboy Bebop, which that does have horniness in it, but doesn't bug
It
me
does
as
definitely.
much
It's
for some reason.
yeah. It's not as bad as
well, it's there all the
Evangelion.
time, I think, and it's not
Yeah.
like creepy about it, if that makes sense.
Not as creepy. Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like a 50s cartoon horniness, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like a Betty Boop or whatever you call that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so my anime experience is limited. And also Game Set You
Right.
Machu Picchu, which doesn't really count, and that's kind of something that's just we'll talk about that at some
It's
point.
like a 4-hour shitpost.
Yeah. What are we gonna bring up, Sam or Shane?
Were you gonna bring anything up, Shane?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but there's a Studio Ghibli film. I do not remember the name as of right now, but it's about a guy who is really into designing planes.
Oh,
I
I know
wanna
what
read
you're
it.
talking about. Yeah.
Is it Porco Rosso?
No.
Okay.
It's like Journey of the Skies or something kind of like that.
Is it The Wind
And-
Rises?
Yes, that's it.
I haven't seen it. I heard decent things about it.
One of my
I will.
professors that's his favorite movie.
Are you kidding? Okay, here's my official review right now. Here's my official review.
Yeah.
I won't make a full I won't make a full video about it. I'll say it right here. Movie's fucking boring.
That's unsurprising to me.
Sam, like you watch like shit that like I've seen where I'm like, huh.
Yeah. So imagine me. So I watched like Blade Runner is my favorite
But
movie,
Sam, at least I
and
get to look
90% of that is nothing
at
happening.
least I get to look at pretty things likely in The Wind of Rises, though. Not some grainy footage of some guy like walking around a chair and going like, yeah.
Zach, why do you think I watch things by like Andy Warhol? I don't watch.
I feel like you watch avant-garde stuff quite a bit.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, so
like,
I'm not wrong.
but no, you haven't seen this movie. You can look. I will give you my DVD of that movie because it sucks. It's just people standing around talking about airplane design, and then like maybe there are a couple of cool dreamscape footages. I mean, the animation and the visuals are very nice. Don't get me wrong, but it's so boring, you guys. I couldn't make it through the whole thing.
Would you rather have it be horny?
At least I would have had something to look at. That's a joke. No, but but it was like so dull. It was so much different from every other Studio Ghibli film I've ever watched. Because every other Studio Ghibli film, you kind of know what you're getting into. The main character is a young girl. Witchers are involved. There's a train somewhere in it. You know, kind of that thing. But
Trains
like,
are fun.
Trains are fun. I like trains.
We'll
But
get on
like
that
this
later.
one was just about a guy who was in college and then he designed airplanes for 5,000 years.
Were they good airplanes?
I'm not the airplane correspondent. I wouldn't know.
We'll need to get that person on next week, and maybe we could ask that question.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have the aerodynamics correspondent come on to tell us whether the airplanes in a boring ass anime are cool or not.
Shane, do you have anything to talk about?
I did. Because you guys mentioned something. It was like a name that I heard, and then I had something, and now I lost it.
Well, there's always next time.
Yeah.
Okay, before I wrap up the show, I think it's a good point to wrap it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple things on the docket still.
right.
First of all, I have I'm gonna be starting Mixler. I think it's called a radio, some radio thing. I'll figure it out after post. Show next week called the Train Show. I was hoping to give it a more creative name, but we're just fucking stuck with Train Show. And before we do that, sometime within next week or the week this episode's uploaded, which is a Monday, we're gonna do a practice run of something. We're gonna try to redo a show on Mixler, a test show. It will probably be like a special weird live version of Spill Shack. It might be a Wednesday. Would you be interested in joining on that, Sam?
Next Wednesday?
Yeah, next Wednesday.
When? Okay.
How about you, Shane? Are you free next Wednesday?
Probably.
Okay. So we'll do a special Spill Shack Live Zoo Crew edition. More Zoo Crew than ever crew. We'll have some weird things going on there. It's not going to be a polished show. It's going to be us like fucking babbling and probably playing tunes across of it. And some soundboard fun time. I got a soundboard on eBay.
You got a soundboard?
Yeah. One of those like sound effect boards or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's a Korg thing. It's supposed to be for like DJs at concerts, but it could be used as that as well. So that's gonna be so we're gonna have 2 radio shows next week. And one, so Spill Shack Live, which will not be a one-off thing, but it will be not common thing, and the Train Show, which will be a 5-part show about songs of trains in them. Gonna be a great show. We're gonna have a lot of fun train songs in them. There's a lot of train songs, guys, like to the point where there's too many. Also, I like to do a fact check from last week. I said Joe Biden was friends with segregationists in the 60s, and I like to apologize. I was wrong about that. He was friends with segregationists in the 70s, that definitely makes things much better, right?
I don't think anyone was checking, but I'm glad we have that kind of.
I'm glad glad if anyone ever used that as an aha, it's actually, if anything, much worse. And yeah, I'll try to tone down on my. We're gonna try to tone down on gamer stuff because that's kind of hard to talk about half the time.
Yeah.
Do you have anything, Sam?
Remember to eat your vegetables.
How about you, Shane?
Brush your teeth at least twice a day.
All right. We're recording this on a Friday, May 8th, and I'd like to say happy Ace Visibility Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Ace Visibility Day?
No.
Asexual?
Oh!
Yeah. Happy Ace Visibility Day. So on that note, we're going to head out and see you soonish, I guess.
Now 8G, that's a baddie. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna break character for a bit. There's someone behind me.
Zach, you son of a bitch. I thought Tom Stirbur was a real guy.
Did you really?
Yeah. I'm trying to Google him.
So, damn, I'm pissed off at myself for spoiling it. Yeah, I'm gonna walk for a bit because I don't need to hear someone screaming.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah.
I didn't think as soon as you hopped on as Tom Stirbur, I knew he wasn't real.
Oh, okay.
But
Good.
when you were talking about it before, I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
The 7G gives people starfish powers.
Yeah, it's supposed to get to 10G. That's where that question ends at. Give me a few moments. I'm just gonna walk to a different side of the forest.
All right.
I
Is
think
this
that'd
going
be a
good
fun.
so far? Am I doing all right? Like,
Yeah. No, I think it sounds good on my
all
end.
Mhm. I think it'd be a fun part of the bit if Tom Stirbur mentions that he's barreling through the woods as he is getting interviewed. Like breaks a couple branches.
I would try doing that if I'm not wearing flip flops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.